Okay, so welcome to this episode, and in this episode, we'll be looking at some of the key things you need to know before you take a trade, right? And these things are very important in regards to now we've learned how the different types of market execution and trade entry. Now we want to know some of the things that are necessary for us to be aware of before we take a trade, to be aware of and also do, right? So let's dive into it. The first, you must have a trade watch list. Yeah, this is very important. Now this watch list is the pairs you trade and look for opportunities in every day. So because you don't want to trade all the pairs available on your broker's platform, you want to have a list of pairs that you go to look for opportunities. One pair is enough for you to one pair of trading instruments is enough for you to be able to make profit from the market, right? So the reason I recommend maximum of 5 is because you're still starting out and you need lots of experience to enable you build confidence in this strategy and be able to also make the best out of it. So you want to have a watch list, maximum of 5 pairs that you look for opportunities in every day, and those opportunities are based on the strategy you're trading, right? And another thing, right, you also want to keep your list updated every week, right? So you can interchange your watch list. Probably you put a new pair and take out an old one, or probably you're trying to just in order for you to discover the pair that you love the most, right? You need to have a weekly updated watch list of pairs you trade, right? So you find that particular one that suits you right, and it's going to be glorious from there. So the next thing we'll also look at is you must have a trade confirmation checklist. This is very, very important, right? Because a trade confirmation checklist takes away the human error in your trading. And so where you don't see something and you think it's something else and you dive into it, have a written trade confirmation checklist. I used to paste my own on my trading wall. Right, so you can make something like that probably with a cardboard paper, where your watch list on the left side of the paper and your checklist on the right side. Right, your watch list contains the pairs you trade, and you can include your lot size if you're trading at derive. Then your checklist, this also have things you check. Right, is there a daily support or resistance? Is there a supply or demand? Is there a box, right, on the daily time frame? Is there something on the 4-hour? You look for trend. These are the things you put in your checklist, right? Every trader's checklist is unique based on the way you understand the strategy you're using. You're able to streamline that checklist to suit you, right? So this checklist, I won't recommend you make it bulky. You want to make it as brief and straight to the point as possible, because it's going to help you be a better trader, right? So the next thing also look at is you must have a predetermined entry and exit point, right? Your exit point is your stop loss or take profits, right? Your targets. And you want to have a predetermined entry and exit points, because this helps you be more automatic. Like you want to execute your trades the same way you executed them yesterday, in order for you to consistently make profit from the market. You don't want to be trading different style today, different style tomorrow. So this is one of the key things you need to know, that your targets, stop loss, and entry has to be predetermined, right? And this is solely based on the strategy you're trading. More on strategy will be reviewed and taught to you later on in this course, right? So stay tuned. You must have mastered the trading strategy. This is very, very important, right? So before you take a trade, you want to be sure that what you have been learning or the strategy you're using to trade is something you're confident in and you believe in, right? And this comes only by practicing. Like, you want to go over the strategy module as many times as possible to make sure that whenever you see an opportunity in the market, you're sure that this is this opportunity and this is how I'm going to execute it. And even though it's going to show up like this again, you know exactly how to execute it. And that's why trading strategy is more important than trading itself. Like, you don't want to be in the market without knowing what you're doing. And so a strategy helps you to make sense of the trading environment you're in, right? Because if you don't have a trading strategy, you just open any chart and you think that it's just some random candlesticks just flying around, right? But with a strategy, you're able to make sense of the trading environment. Like, is it an uptrend, is it a downtrend, via your technical analysis. Right, so let's dive into the next one. You must not forget the last 4 rules. This is very, very important. The last 4 rules are very, very important, very critical. Take note, right? So these are the 5 things and rules you need to know before you take a trade. Like, these are very, very important things to also guide you through building your confidence in the business. Right? Remember, it's a business. You want to treat it as one. You want to maintain a business. You want to nurture a business. And these are some of the steps, right? Which I know that later on more steps will be revealed. So take this very serious, and let's dive into the next episode. Right, so let's wrap it up by saying that precision is very important. Precision is key. I always say this, do not forget. Precision is key, right? When you've mastered something, it becomes precise. Everything is familiar to you. Do you get? It's something that you've come across. So let's keep practicing, guys. Let's keep practicing. I remember repetition is the mother of learning, and repetition also makes practice makes permanent. So if you want to be a master in trading and in your trading strategy, you have to practice. They are very important. So let's wrap it up. Remember, precision is key, and you also want to pay attention to the things that make you a master in your craft. Remember, he who seeks to know more about his craft shall be richly rewarded. It's a law. So let's wrap it up here, guys, and see you in the next episode.